I want to start this whole section regarding practice with a quote from Malcolm Gladwell. And, you know, him and I both have curly hair, but I really like him. I like him for lots of reasons. But anyway, practice isn't the thing you do once you're good. It's the thing you do that makes you good. All righty. It is so critical to practice your elevator pitch, practice your value proposition, practice your features and benefits, and read out loud. I mean, last 2 weeks ago when Susan and I were practicing for the capability statement, yesterday when we were practicing for this session, I mean, we turn on the ring light, we get the monitor here. Do as much real live practice as you can. Find a practice partner, right? There's 30 of y'all in here. Reach out to one person in this cohort, in this program, and ask them to be your practice partner. And maybe sometimes when life gets a little crazy or schedules don't always align, you still need to practice by yourself. And I'm going to show you some ways to do that. And also, you know, when you're practicing, it's real easy to either have your pitch there or just read the slides, but you really need to make sure that you read out loud what you wrote. And when you send it to someone else, maybe ask them to read out loud your capability statement so then they can hear it, because when we read things, sometimes we put words in there, right? And so it's not always exactly reading. And so practice is really where the content and the delivery come together. We were actually a part of an evaluation team with some engineers, and they were brilliant. They were subject matter experts. 2 other people on the evaluation committee actually went to sleep during the presentation because they were just so dry. So make sure that you have cycles of devising, revising your script, do rehearsals, and do plenty of fine tuning. We all can tell the difference when someone has practiced and someone hasn't, or when somebody's just reading it monotone. And so what I want to show you is a slide, and I want to show you how you toggle between the presenter view and the slide view. And so what you've been seeing so far, when we have 2 monitors, and you're going to need to have 2 monitors to do this, up to this point in the presentation, you've been seeing the slide. So I just flipped and I swapped my display settings, and this is actually presenter's view. So this is what's on the screen with the camera, right? I flipped them so y'all can see this. And to do that, you just go there, swap presenter view and slideshow. Alrighty, but here in presenter view, you're able to make either the slide bigger or smaller. If you have notes here, and I encourage you to put your bullet points and stuff in the notes. When you do that and you're developing, if you do have visuals, that's going to help you put what you want to say there and leave your slides for effective visuals, not your script. So then you can also adjust this area here in presenter's view when you're pitching, right? So this is the next slide. I would not have your next slide and your current slide the same size, because it can be a little confusing, right? Is it this one or this one? Your current slide is here. Your next slide is here. Below are your notes for the slide that is shown here. And then you can even slide this up and put it away entirely. I kind of like to just have it just peeking through, just a little baby thumbnail. So speaker notes are here. Your current slide is here. You can see how long you've been talking, right? So when you rehearse and you practice, you're going to know that you're on point, because remember, your elevator pitch needs to be under 30 seconds. Your intro needs to be under a minute. So make sure to practice and do that and see what your time is. Here's the actual current time right now. And now I can also see where I am in my presentation, that I'm at slide 68 of 120. Alrighty, so that is your presenter view. And now if I switch back, now the presenter view is here on the camera, right? The computer that has the camera that we're projecting to each of you. And now you see the effective visual. Right, so same type of thing here. If I'm talking about a phasing schedule and I'm clicking and I'm clicking and I'm clicking. So now in tandem, you're actually able to see visually how the sitemap changes, as well as with the schedule, an abbreviated schedule below. Another type of effective visual is showing graphics versus all sorts of words, right? And so here's just a very clean visual on approach. It's another thing that once you start building your library of business pitches, and that could also be a competitive advantage, right? Is how do you approach a project, right? And your approach can help them save money. Your approach is more efficient in communication. Your approach helps them mitigate risk for the overall project. So different types of things can help you when you're communicating your business pitch. All right, so that's presenter view. So another tool that is within PowerPoint, and it's artificial intelligence, is the presenter coach. And where that is up in your toolbar right here. So you're going to do File, Home, Design, and it's right there, Rehearse with Coach. Has anyone, and if you've ever used it, go ahead and put in the chat. And it's fairly new, I would say within the last year in PowerPoint. And so it just resides right there. It's called Rehearse with Coach. And then right here next to it is the Use the Presenter view, right? So make sure that that's checked so that you can see your slide notes on one screen and project or share your screen, which has your slides on the other. So when you go through Presenter Coach, you're going to actually just click through your slides, and it's going to give you a little toolbox. And I'm going to come here, I'm going to go to Slideshow, and I'm going to say Rehearse with Coach. And now it says, okay, provide real-time feedback as you rehearse, start rehearsing. Alrighty, so now you get this feedback guy right there in the corner. And now I'm talking and I'm saying, but I'm really nervous. And what was I gonna say? So you see it's giving you some fillers. But then if I start talking really, really fast, like I'm practicing to be an auctioneer, it's gonna listen and do that as well. It gives you tips. And so as we go through these slides, it's listening, it's looking at your body language on the camera as well. I'm clicking through. Then you can just hit escape when you're done, and it loads your rehearsal report. This is the report for that exact time that I just did that. 32 seconds, we went through 4 slides. I've got some filler problems that I need to probably work on, right? And that's okay. Got repetitive language. Typically when we're nervous, we have some repetitive language that occurs. So it's telling you that sure is one of my repetitive words. Talks about some inclusiveness. Here's my pace, right? So it's kind of starting to talk a little too fast there at the end, but overall my pace is just right. When you get nervous and you get excited, especially during a business pitch, most people are more likely to talk a little bit faster. So be aware of that. And this is great because here's my pace over time, right? So you can see there I did peak and then I kind of slowed down. Here's my pitch, right? You don't want to be monotone and talk the whole time, just in the same pitch. And then your originality. And then you can click and you can rehearse again. So this isn't perfect. I want to, it's artificial intelligence, but it's a good tool to help you as you're rehearsing and practicing. If you wanted to turn on the camera while you do your rehearsal and you're using your presenter coach, here's some examples of the eye contact. So it uses the camera when you're facing away or when you're good, as well as the distance. If you're too close or too far, it gives you feedback on that as well. Using the presenter view, as well as using your presenter coach, are tools within PowerPoint that can help you while you're rehearsing and help you refine your business pitch, help refine your value proposition as you're typing it out or verbally saying it, as well as helping you sort through your features, your benefits, your discriminators, as well as your proof.